Ladies and gentlemen, we often search for the secret to a long life. We look for it in books, in medicine, in research, in rituals. But sometimes the answer hides in the simplest things, habits we overlook every single day. Think about it. Something as small as what you eat. Something as simple as what you believe. Something as ordinary as the choices you repeat day after day, year after year. Longevity isn't just about living longer. It's about living stronger. It's about waking up with energy in your body and hope in your heart. It's about walking into every season of life with fire in your spirit. The real question isn't, what did she eat? The real question is, what are you feeding your life? Are you feeding it with discipline? Are you feeding it with consistency? Are you feeding it with joy, faith, and gratitude? Because let me tell you something. A long life is built on small decisions. A great life is built on daily commitments. The recipe isn't complicated. Eat well, move often, laugh freely, love deeply, believe boldly. And if you're wondering how to reach your own version of 117, don't just count the years, make the years count. Don't just survive the days, thrive in them. Because it's not just about what's on your plate, it's about what's in your heart. So today I challenge you. Choose the habits that bring health. Choose the thoughts that bring peace. Choose the actions that build legacy.
Because a life of greatness doesn't come from luck.
It comes from choices repeated until they become destiny. The secret to longevity often lies in small, consistent habits. It is not always about massive change or sudden breakthroughs. It is about the little decisions that repeat themselves day after day, shaping who we become and how long we last. When we think of living longer, many people look for miracles, for secret formulas, or for things that seem out of reach. But the truth is far more practical. It is in the glass of water you drink instead of soda. It is in the walk you take instead of sitting one more hour. It is in the quiet prayer, the deep breath, the moment of gratitude that resets your mind. Longevity is not an accident. It is the result of intention. It is built in the morning routines you protect, in the foods you choose with care, in the laughter you share with others, and in the peace you make with yourself. Each habit may feel small in the moment. One meal, one choice, one step may not seem like much, but stack them together, and over time, they become a wall of strength. They become the shield that protects your body, the fuel that powers your heart, and the anchor that steadies your soul. A long life is not just measured by numbers. It is measured by the quality of your energy, the sharpness of your mind, and the depth of your spirit. And those things are fed day after day by small disciplines practiced with consistency. Think about it. The body thrives on rhythm. The mind thrives on focus. The heart thrives on love. And when all three are cared for with small, faithful habits, the years stretch further and the journey grows richer. So never underestimate the little things. Never dismiss the small decisions. Because it is those steady, unseen actions that quietly extend your days, strengthen your years, and give you the gift of life in abundance. Everyday choices shape not only health but destiny. Each morning, life places before us a series of decisions. What we eat, how we think, the words we speak, the way we treat our body, and the way we treat others. All of these choices matter. They may seem small in the moment, but over time they carve the path we walk on. One choice can give strength, while another can take it away. One decision can build peace, while another can bring chaos. Our lives are not written in sudden bursts of change, but in the steady rhythm of daily action. When you choose to move instead of staying still, your body thanks you. When you choose to smile instead of frown, your spirit rises. When you choose to forgive instead of holding on, your heart feels lighter. When you choose discipline instead of distraction, your mind grows sharper. Destiny is not built in a single moment. Destiny is built in the repetition of simple acts that align with your vision. Health is more than the absence of sickness. It is energy, clarity, and strength that flow from the seeds you plant each day. And destiny is more than chance. It is the harvest of those seeds, the reward of habits that shape the direction of your life. Ask yourself, what choices are you making daily? Are they building the future you dream of? Or are they pulling you away from it? Because each bite of food, each word spoken, each thought entertained is casting a vote for the life you will live tomorrow. Every choice is a brick, and with those bricks, you are building a house. Will it be a house of strength or a house that crumbles? Will it be a future of energy and purpose or a future of regret? The truth is simple. Everyday choices shape not only health, but destiny. And when those choices are guided by discipline, hope, and vision, life itself begins to transform, one day at a time. Longevity is not just about years lived, but about strength, energy, and purpose. A long life without vitality is only survival. But a long life filled with movement, clarity, and passion, that is true living. We often measure life by the number of birthdays we celebrate. But what value is a number if the days inside it are empty? What joy is there in adding years if those years are weak, tired, and without meaning? The real treasure is not just in extending time, but in filling time with quality. Strength gives you the ability to rise each morning with confidence. Energy fuels you to take on challenges, to work, to play, to create, and to give. Purpose keeps your heart alive, even when your body feels weary, even when the years advance. Strength, energy, and purpose are the foundation of a meaningful life. They do not come by chance. They are built through choices, through habits, through the way you care for your body and the way you guide your spirit. When you nourish yourself with good food, when you move your body, when you rest deeply, you build strength. When you feed your mind with gratitude and positive thought, when you surround yourself with love and encouragement, you build energy. When you live for something greater than yourself, when you focus on contribution rather than consumption, you build purpose. A life of longevity is not about waiting for the end. It is about embracing every stage with courage, joy, and intention. The beauty of life is not found in how long it lasts, but in how well it is lived. Every sunrise becomes an opportunity to grow. Every interaction becomes a chance to give. Every challenge becomes a step toward deeper strength. And in that rhythm, time becomes more than a number. It becomes a story of resilience, a story of impact, a story of living fully. Longevity is not just about years lived, but about strength, energy, and purpose. And when those three walk together, life itself becomes rich, powerful, and worth every single moment. What you feed your body and mind determines the quality of your life. Every bite you take, every thought you allow, every image you consume, every word you repeat, each one becomes a seed planted inside you. Your body is fueled by what you put on your plate. If you fill it with nourishment, it will rise with strength. If you fill it with poison, it will struggle to carry you through the years. The same is true for your mind. If you feed it with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will shrink. If you feed it with hope, wisdom, and faith, it will expand. Your life is a reflection of your diet, not only the food you eat, but the thoughts you entertain, because food builds your cells and thoughts build your destiny. The choices you make in silence, the habits no one sees, they are shaping your future in ways greater than you realize. A body given healthy fuel will carry you with energy. A mind fed with uplifting words will guide you with clarity. And together, they create the foundation for a life of vitality and purpose. What happens when you starve your body of movement? It weakens. What happens when you starve your mind of vision? It drifts. But when you give both body and mind the nourishment they deserve, they work in harmony to take you further than you ever dreamed. A healthy meal is not just food, it is an investment. Positive thought is not just an idea, it is a weapon against despair. Every single day, you are feeding your future. The question is, what are you choosing to serve it? Are you serving it strength or weakness? Are you serving it peace or chaos? Are you serving it life or death? What you feed your body and mind determines the quality of your life. And when you choose wisely, you don't just survive. With power in your steps and light in your spirit. Discipline and consistency are powerful builders of a strong future. They are not glamorous. They are not loud. They do not come with applause or instant reward. But over time, they shape a life that cannot be shaken. Discipline is the strength to choose what you need over what you want. It is the ability to rise when comfort tells you to stay down. It is the choice to act with purpose, even when feelings try to pull you in another direction. Consistency is discipline repeated. It is the quiet rhythm of showing up day after day, brick by brick, step by step, even when no one is watching. Discipline is the spark, but consistency is the fire that keeps burning. Together they create habits, and habits build destiny. A strong future is not formed in a single moment of greatness. It is carved slowly by steady effort. It is the workout repeated, the meal chosen with care, prayer whispered faithfully, the practice done in silence, the study that no one else sees. Each moment of discipline adds strength to your character. Each act of consistency builds resilience in your soul. At first, the change feels invisible, but over time, the results speak louder than any excuse ever could. Discipline gives you direction. Consistency gives you momentum. And together, they transform your life from fragile to unshakable. The future is not a mystery. It is the product of what you repeatedly choose. And when you choose discipline and consistency, you are laying foundations that storms cannot destroy. You are building a life that stands tall when others fall. A strong future is not about luck. It is about structure. It is about the daily bricks of action, the daily strength of decision, the daily courage to keep going. Discipline and consistency are powerful builders of a strong future. And those who embrace them will not only endure time, but rise above it with unbreakable strength. A great life is a sum of small decisions repeated daily. It is not built in one grand moment. It is not created in a single leap of success or a single burst of brilliance. It is crafted in the quiet, ordinary choices that accumulate over time. Every morning you wake up with decisions waiting for you, to rise or to stay in bed, to nourish your body or to neglect it, to focus on gratitude or to dwell on complaint. These choices may feel small, almost invisible, but stacked together, they form the story of your life. One decision shapes the next. One habit leads to another. The path of greatness is not marked by dramatic events. It is paved by consistency. It is in choosing patience when anger feels easier. It is in choosing discipline when distraction calls louder. It is in choosing kindness when silence would be simpler. Day after day, those choices accumulate. They build character. They build strength. They build legacy. No one becomes great by accident. Greatness is the byproduct of deliberate decisions made over and over again. And though no single choice may seem powerful, together, they have the weight to change everything. The meal you eat, the words you speak, the books you read, the people you surround yourself with, these are bricks. And every brick adds to the structure of your life. A weak choice weakens the foundation. A strong choice fortifies it. Repeated daily, those decisions create momentum that either lifts you higher or drags you lower. So never underestimate the power of small acts. Never dismiss the quiet discipline of daily habits. So they are not just routines, they are destiny in motion. A great life is a sum of small decisions repeated daily, and those who choose wisely, consistently, and faithfully will see their ordinary days turn into an extraordinary life. True health comes from balanced body, mind, and spirit. You cannot nourish one and neglect the others. You cannot strengthen the body while starving the mind. You cannot sharpen the mind while ignoring the spirit. Real health is harmony, a connection between all three, working together to create a life of strength and peace. The body is your vessel, carries you through each day. It demands care, movement, nourishment, and rest. When you feed it well and honor its needs, it rewards you with energy, vitality, and endurance. The mind is your compass. It directs your thoughts, shapes your perspective, and filters the world around you. If you allow negativity, worry, and fear to dominate, the mind will weigh you down. But if you fill it with wisdom, gratitude, and clarity, it becomes a source of focus and resilience. The spirit is your flame. It is the place of purpose, faith, and meaning. Without it, life feels empty no matter how strong the body or sharp the mind. When the spirit is alive, it gives depth to every moment and lights the path forward. True health comes when these three are in balance. When the body is cared for with discipline, the mind is trained with intention, and the spirit is nourished with faith, love, and hope, you cannot buy this balance in a store. You cannot find it in shortcuts or quick fixes. It is cultivated daily through choices, habits, and priorities. Skipping one creates weakness in the whole. But honoring all three creates wholeness. A strong body without peace of mind can still be restless. Sharp mind without a rooted spirit can still feel lost. A passionate spirit without a cared-for body may not endure long. But when body, mind, and spirit move together in harmony, Life expands with health that is lasting and unshakable. True health comes from balanced body, mind, and spirit. And in that balance lies the foundation of strength, clarity, and fulfillment. Gratitude, laughter, and love are as essential as nutrition. You can feed the body with the finest meals, but if the heart is starved, life feels empty. You can take vitamins, count calories, and drink water, but without joy, without connection, without thankfulness, something will always be missing. The soul hungers just as much as the body does. Gratitude is food for the spirit. It transforms what you have into enough. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from complaint to appreciation, from stress to peace. Every moment of gratitude strengthens the mind like a healthy meal strengthens the body. Laughter is medicine. It heals wounds that words cannot reach. It lightens the weight of worry. It brings energy back into tired bones and lifts spirits that feel heavy. Even in the darkest seasons, laughter has the power to break through and remind us of light. Love is the greatest nourishment of all. It is the heartbeat of life. It gives meaning to days, purpose to struggles, and joy to victories. Love received fills the soul, and love given multiplies back, stronger than before. Without love, life becomes mechanical. With love, even the simplest meal feels like a feast. Gratitude, laughter, and love strengthen the immune system of the soul. They protect you from bitterness. They shield you from despair. They energize you in ways no supplement ever could. Nutrition keeps the body alive, but gratitude, laughter, and love keep the spirit thriving. True health is not just measured by the body's strength, but by the lightness of the heart. And when you live with gratitude, when you embrace laughter, when you walk in love, you discover a kind of nourishment that no hunger can take away. Gratitude, laughter, and love are as essential as nutrition. And when you choose them daily, you are feeding your life with the very things that make it worth living. Stop only counting years, start making years count. It is easy to measure life by numbers. Birthdays, anniversaries, milestones, and decades, we stack them, one after another, as if more years automatically mean more life. But years without meaning are just pages on a calendar. Time without purpose is only motion, not progress. The question is not how long you live, but how deeply you live. A short life filled with passion, service, and love can echo louder than a long life spent in emptiness. Every year is a container. You choose what to fill it with. You can fill it with regret, complaint, and wasted hours. Or you can fill it with gratitude, growth, and impact. The difference between existing and living is not the length of time, but the quality of intention. When you stop counting years, you stop waiting for life to happen. When you start making years count, you begin creating life with every choice you make. You no longer chase the number, you chase meaning. You no longer measure does, you fill them. You no longer hope for longevity, you build legacy. Think about it. What good is 100 years if they are spent without joy, without courage, without contribution? But what power is there in 50 years lived with passion, vision, and love that continues to inspire even after you are gone? Making years count means waking up with purpose. It means giving more than you take. It means building memories instead of collecting things. It means leaving behind footprints that others can follow. So yes, celebrate your birthdays, but don't stop there. Ask yourself what you're doing with the time you already have. Because the worth of your life is not in how many candles are on the cake, but in how brightly you let your light shine while they are burning. Stop only counting years, start making years count. And when you do, every day becomes more than a number. It becomes a legacy in motion. A legacy of greatness is built through intentional choices, not chance. Greatness does not appear suddenly. It is not won in a single moment, nor is it gifted by luck. It is carved slowly, decision by decision, action by action, day by day. Every word spoken, every step taken, every response to life's challenges contributes to the story you will leave behind. Chance may open doors, but choices decide how you walk through them. You cannot drift into legacy, cannot stumble into greatness. It requires clarity of vision, strength of discipline, and the courage to act with purpose, even when it is difficult. Intentional choices are often quiet. They may not bring applause in the moment. Waking up early, staying consistent, showing integrity when no one is watching, these choices rarely make headlines. But together, they form the foundation of a life that endures. Chance may explain a single success, but legacy is the record of consistency. It is the sum of countless sacrifices, countless acts of perseverance, countless decisions to rise when others stayed down. Greatness is not about being remembered for what you had. It is about being remembered for what you gave. It is about the lives you touched, the values you upheld, and the example you set. Every day, you are writing your legacy in the small decisions you make. Will you choose honesty or deception? Will you choose discipline or distraction? Will you choose to build or to waste? Each choice adds to your story. Each choice either strengthens or weakens the mark you leave behind. And though no one may see the impact today, the future will reveal the truth. A legacy of greatness is built through intentional choices, not chance. And when you live with purpose, your influence will outlast your years, and your name will be carried not by luck, but by the power of the life you lived. So let your life not be guided by chance, but by choice. Let every day be a deliberate step toward the person you were meant to become. Because when your time here is done, people will not remember the luck you had. They will remember the choices you made, the values you lived by, and the legacy you left behind. And that legacy built with intention will shine far beyond your years.